Alright, what's going on, yo? Welcome back to the channel. I hope y'all have been doing good. I wanted to kind of make this video. It's a little bit of a different video than what I usually post, but I just wanted to kind of go over some things that just been on my mind lately, and I feel like I just wanted to just show y'all how my experience has been on YouTube for the past, I would say, past 6 months, and kind of go over things that, you know, the reality when it comes down to being a very small content creator, and just go over my experience and show you guys the ups and downs in doing, you know, social media, and YouTube and TikTok, and you know, in general. So I started this channel way back in like 2019. I started it out of high school, so I would say senior year moving into freshman year of college. That's kind of where the era and when I started my YouTube channel. If you know, you know. I mean, like, I started with this, I started vlogging way back, a little bit here and there, and during college time is when in 2020 COVID happened. So in college, I dropped out of college and I went back home, and everybody knows that everybody knows that era where once COVID hit, bro, like, quarantine was the big thing. Everybody had to stay inside. Nobody could really go outside and do anything, you know what I'm saying? So and in my era in doing YouTube, I gained, I'd say, roughly about like 150 subscribers, and then after that, I believe everything kind of fell after that. So COVID happened, and then I stopped uploading, and that ultimately just killed my motivation and my drive to upload videos anymore. Once the whole pandemic hit, what does that mean for me, right? So what it meant for me is that I lacked a lot of self-discipline, and I lacked a lot of motivation, and I wasn't very creative, you know what I mean? I felt very empty inside, and I just felt like nothing I could really do to bring myself back up because of just how the world was kind of going, you know what I mean? So ultimately, I didn't post. I wasn't on social media a whole lot. And then eventually I just got kind of lost in my own world, staying indoors, playing games, and not really focusing on what I should be focusing. Now, fast forward to today, or I'd say 6 months before today, I started posting videos again. I started posting shorts, and I started to kind of get myself back into the rhythm of being a little bit more consistent, being a little bit more disciplined, and just trying to get myself back into YouTube and social media and all that. And if I'm gonna be honest, I believe over the past 6 months, I've really only gained like probably five new subscribers. And that's just, you know, the reality of doing social media, bro. Like, you don't see results so quickly, and that's just something that I had to switch my mindset on, like rewire my brain to not always look at the numbers, but look at how far I've come compared to when I first started 6 months ago, or even when I first started back in 2019. So some of my videos would honestly get like lowest is like 20 something views, and then my highest was probably like 200 views. But then on like YouTube Shorts, YouTube Shorts is kind of a weird algorithm, if I'm gonna be honest with you. Sometimes I'll hit like 1,000 views on my YouTube Shorts, and then the other time it'll just stay it'll stay hard stuck at like 200 or like 250 or stuff like that. So yeah, I mean, the grind is really slow, you know what I'm saying? So it's really slow, and to give I feel like a good 6-month review on just looking back on myself and how my videos have progressed, I feel like there's some things that obviously I could still work on. There's things that I feel like I have improved on, and you know, that's just kind of how you go about doing social media. Is just you just live and learn, and then you just keep moving forward. There's been times though where I have been very discouraged because I spent a lot of time and effort into filming and editing and piecing this one video together, thinking it's gonna be so, the best video ever or whatever, and then I post it and it's only like bam, 20 views, 1 like, or not even the expectation that I want. So again, not looking at the numbers and looking towards more of consistency and progression. So again, I had to rewire myself and think of this not as a job. You know what I mean? It's not a job to post and film every day or every week or whatever it may be. Instead, I want to see this as a privilege for me to come on here and film and edit and express myself in any style I can possibly think of in my own way. So once I stopped caring about the views, stopped caring about the subscribers, and stopped caring about just the numbers and all that, it gave me it kind of woke me up a little bit into looking towards more of the art, and that art is my videos and my creativity. From there, I started to appreciate myself a little bit more in terms of being a lot more authentic, and to not copy and paste myself over and over again, hoping that one day I would just get blessed with a blessing that my video will go completely viral because I did exactly how this YouTuber did it or this creator did it, and that's just not how it works. You know what I mean? In order to truly strive as a channel, you have to understand that it takes breaking down yourself in order to rebuild yourself and to be way more authentic than you I guess need to be. Like, I feel like once I slowly started to do this in the beginning, I wasn't really myself. Like, I wasn't really focused on being myself. I was more focused on trying to be somebody that I'm not. You know what I mean? And I want to be able to express myself in a very natural way rather than copy and paste like how somebody else acted in the video, and hopefully I can replicate that exact same personality. But that's just not how it works. It gets very draining, and it gets very tiring, and it gets very exhausting. Because once you kind of layer yourself down a little bit and start focusing on the big parts instead of focusing on the small things like just copying pasting, you start to work your brain a little bit more, and ultimately that's just kind of how I just saw myself. I'm kind of going on a tangent right now. I'm kind of rambling on and on, but I mean, at the end of the day, at the end of this video, to answer the question, I'm not planning on giving up. You know what I mean? A lot of creators, they give up. I feel like I'm just getting started, if I'm gonna be honest with you. It's only been 6 months since I've been doing this, and hopefully within the next 6 months we can look back on this video and kind of compare and contrast. You know what I mean? So I love doing what I'm doing right now, and I love just posting in general. I love being creative and trying to find different ways to make my life a little bit more exciting than the average person. Well, yeah, I mean, it's something that I find passion in and continue to keep doing. So I gotta think of it as planting like a seed, and in hopes that it will bloom into something bigger. So that's my main goal right now. That's the agenda, and I hope that you guys can stay with me and stick through this process with me in hopes to become something. So that's gonna be it. I mean, I just wanted to come on here and just make this quick little video here, and just expressing myself a little bit more, being a little bit more transparent on how it is as a content creator for the past 6 months. You know what I mean? So stay tuned for the next video. The next video is definitely gonna be a banger. So if you haven't already, it should be out. I'm editing this first, and then I'll be doing the next video later in the week. So check it out, and then I'll catch y'all later. Peace.